Okay, so I saw this girl on Threads post, I need a strict diet and a mean trainer. And I ran to the comments and saw this guy replied and said, LOL, you were not ready for that. And I laughed to myself thinking this ironically is the mean trainer that she needs. That was the harsh truth that she needed to hear. But one of the number one reasons why New Year's resolutions fail is because people jump on these huge goals that require them to step into a person that they just have no practice with and are genuinely not ready to become in order to achieve the goals. Like if you can't currently go to the gym consistently 1 to 3 times per week, what makes you think that you have the discipline to go to the gym 5 to 6 days per week for the next 52 weeks straight? That's just straight up not going to happen for 99.9% of the people, especially if you're the type of person who has struggled with consistency in the past. The same thing goes for diet. If you're not someone who can eat in moderation and has an issue with snacking at night, going on some extremely restrictive diet in one way or another is not going to solve your problems, is going to create more of them. Both of these methods are going to backfire in terms of your fitness and health because both your body and your mind both have to adapt to these habits and trusting and believing that you are the person that regularly partakes in these habits. If you're going to the gym 5 to 6 days a week after not ever going ever, your body's going to be sore, your mind is going to be very overwhelmed, and it's going to take a lot of mental and physical energy to continue this habit. Whereas if you do start with a smaller goal, like 1 to 3 times per week, that's something that you can physically recover from and mentally wrap your mind around as well. So the first step is to set yourself up with a realistic goal. And this means realistic for you. This is going to be different for everyone. If you have kids, if you are working night shift, if you are a student, it's all going to depend on what is a realistic amount of times that you can go to the gym and what is a realistic diet that you can consistently eat and not feel restricted on. Those two things, write it down. What makes sense for you? If you're really not sure, look at what you're doing right now and make a tiny change to what you're doing right now. And in 3 months' time, you're not going to see this huge extreme change, but what you are going to see is something that, hey, I have made progress in and I can continue to do this. And that I can continue to do this is the main thing when it comes to long-term success. Give yourself a goal that you can look back on in 3 months' time and say, hey, I can actually do this. The second step is to give yourself grace if you mess up. We're human, we're not robots, okay? One rule that I really love to live by is by James Clear, who is the author of Atomic Habits. When he's speaking about habits, he says never miss 2 days in a row. If you're missing 1 day in a row, it's a mistake, it's fine. You missing 2 days in a row, that's the start of a new habit. That applies really well to things like, say something like journaling that you're doing every single day. But if it's something like going to the gym and you're just starting out and you're only going to the gym 3 days a week, then 2 days in a row isn't necessarily the answer. So this is how I'm gonna break it down for you. Let's say you're going to the gym Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, okay? If you are coming off of 2 rest days on the weekend, you rested Saturday, Sunday, and you missed Monday, now you have a 3rd rest day. That's 3 days of not going to the gym. That is okay. Tuesday is also a planned rest day. So wow, we have 4 days in a row of not going to the gym. This is where most people will fall off and just be like, I haven't been to the gym forever. I've fallen off my habit. I can't do this. But you have a saving grace, and that is your Wednesday workout because you have only missed 1 day in a row, right? You have had 2 planned rest days. You checked both of those off, and then you missed 1 workout, and then you checked off another rest day. You have a second day now that you can go to the gym and have your 2 planned days in a row at the gym. That is your saving grace. Do not miss that Wednesday. When you go back to the gym on the Wednesday, you will feel like, yes, this is a habit and I can stick to this. And the third way you're going to achieve your fitness goal is to make it enjoyable. If you're setting yourself up with a diet or a gym routine that you absolutely hate, you're just not going to stick to it. You're not going to want to stick to it. It's going to feel forced. You need to give yourself something that you can look forward to. I will say from a fitness perspective, I've done so many different styles of fitness and sports and training. The go-to gym training method is very similar to bodybuilding for when most people get into the gym. And I will say that was the least favorite style of workout I've ever done. I have not done a bodybuilding competition. I don't plan to ever do one, honestly. But when I was training in that style of bulking, cutting, moving the weight in the same way, lifting it up, putting it down over and over and over for months on end, I got so bored of it. And it is okay if you hate that as well. There are so many ways to get fit. So maybe it's taking a spin class. Maybe it's what my favorite is. Obviously, I'm going to talk about it, is train calisthenics. It is a way to look forward to learning how to do new skills as opposed to just picking something up and putting it back down. And in learning those new skills, it kind of separates your mind as well from just the aesthetics of it. If your goal is to like lean out, build muscle, you can take your mind off of that and just know that that work is happening in the background while you're doing these fun skills like pull-ups and muscle-ups and pistol squats and levers and human flags and handstands. And you can have so much fun with your training that way and still get to your goals. Maybe it's calisthenics. I really hope it is because I love calisthenics. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's CrossFit. Maybe it is high rocks or a spin class that you find you really love. Lean into the things that seem like fun to you because they are going to be so much easier to get yourself into the gym to do, and you're always going to feel so much better after leaving the gym once you've done something that you do find enjoyable. Okay, so that's it. Those are the 3 things. I'm gonna leave you with a quote. To get something you've never had, you have to do something that you've never done. And the good news is that if you're a beginner, you don't have to be extreme with anything. You just have to do something new and you have to be consistent with it. So make it enjoyable, be realistic with your goals, and give yourself grace while you're getting there. Do those 3 things and you will be successful with your goals in 2026. One of my 2026 goals is to continue to post these motivational, mindset-focused videos on YouTube. I want to help you with your 2026 goals, and I would love it if you helped me with mine by hitting the subscribe button and liking the video if you enjoyed it. Cheers to a great 2026.